Chapter 784 in Florida statutes, which defines cyber stalking. And a lot of that has to do with the use of electronic means of communication to harass, to annoy someone for no apparent reason. And then if there's included in that communication or that series of communications a credible threat of harm, then it elevates it from a first-degree misdemeanor to a third-degree felony. Okay? Now also the cyber stalking can be dealt with in really two different ways. One is in the criminal law avenue, which is in the criminal offense of stalking or cyber stalking, or aggravated stalking if there's a credible threat of harm included in the cyber message or series of cyber messages, as well as in the more civil method, which is through an injunction for protection. It's very case by case, very fact specific. So there's not you can't paint it with a very broad brush of 10 text messages in a 1 hour period equals cyber stalking. You have to look at each particular set of circumstances and what is communicated or attempted and what was the purpose for it. So if the purpose is to intimidate somebody, that's different from someone responding and said, "You did this, why are you doing that?" And if the child is 16 or under, then the harassment or the cyber stalking could be a third-degree felony. If the person doing the harassment or doing the cyber stalking is a minor, then it's handled in juvenile court, which has its own a little bit different avenue of how to deal with those cases. Incredible the things that people say on their Facebook page directed at somebody. A lot of it comes in as way of admissions about what has happened or what they're going to do or what they're bragging about something. Once you click the send button, you broadcast it to the world, and it's kind of hard to claim right of privacy on something that you posted where only 300 million people in the United States have access to. And Judge Alexander and myself were involved in the forms work group to prepare a new series of forms for stalking and cyber stalking using standardized forms. So there is statewide a standardized format for people to get into court, places on the particular form to fill out exactly what happened, when did it happen, and what is it exactly that you're asking for in the way of protection.